Yeah, so today I want to talk about uh, how I came to South Africa. How I traveled from Zimbabwe coming to South Africa. It's a story that if I think of, I laugh about it. So what happened is like we were three, me and my two cousins, Uma, Sylvester, and Taurai. So Taurai was actually the mastermind of the whole program of coming to South Africa. So we had enough money to reach Johannesburg. We had everything that, for us to travel, but we did not have the visas. So what happened is like Taurai knew the how to cross, and me and Sylvester, we didn't know anything. We just thought, I know it's something that we just reach there and then we're gonna go, those kind of things. That's what we were thinking. Unfortunately, so we traveled with the truck, those Freightliners, the old trucks. We traveled with them from Mbudzi, from Mbudzi roundabout. It was a roundabout, Mbudzi roundabout. From Mbudzi to Mashingo. Actually, it was my first time to travel that distance because I was only used to travel from Harare, Mtorashanga, Harare, Mazoe, Glendale, Bindura, Mount Darwin. Those were my routes. That's where I come from. So I was used to that. So this one was actually a very, very long distance for me, So we traveled. We reached Bait Bridge around, I'm sure it was around 1 o'clock, somewhere there. It was around 1 o'clock, somewhere there. So when we were there now, we met other guys, and then they said, you know what, guys, here it's not safe, so we have to go and find a place to sleep. So we tried to go in those houses there, and a lot of people were saying a lot of these funny, scary things. So we ended up going to sleep at this place. It's a garage. They call it total garage. So when we got there, we actually met other people again who had the same situation like ours. So we were planning to go and cross. The following morning, we woke up, I'm sure exactly around 4 or 5 o'clock. So we walked to the bridge. Now we took these back routes now to try to cross Limpopo. Hey, my guys. Hey. So we met with these gumas. Hey, they beat us there. We were beaten. And then they took all the money. The money that we had, they took all the money. We left with nothing. Not even money to buy food, So we had to walk from Bed Bridge coming up to that total garage. Now we were actually looking for help. So Taurai now was thinking to go back home. So we said, no, we let's go. Don't worry, we'll see it when we are there. We'll find a way to cross. And for sure, we met other guys there at the total garage. We met them. We started talking with those guys. No, they agreed that, no, you know what, we're gonna go together. We agreed. We were a group, a group of people. So these guys, they were very, very clever, and they seemed like they knew the whole story. So they tried for us. They said, you know what, gentlemen, now we're gonna use the buses, what, we've got relatives. It was a lie, I'm telling you. We ended up going to Malaysia. There's people who are called Malaysians there. So we ended up going to Malaysia. And this Malaysia took us to a certain place in, I don't know, the rurals in Bedbridge. He took us there. We stayed there for about 6-7 days there because, they will be, gathering people. If they come with 2, 3, 4 people, up until their load is full. So we told them that, you know what, we're gonna pay our money in front there. There's our brothers there in front. Gentlemen. And we didn't have anybody here. The people that were here, can't even talk about them. Gentlemen. So these guys kept us, they were feeding us every day. Everything was going well. And then came the day of going. So if you are going, the clothes and the bags, you leave them in the car. They go with the car. And you guys, you remain in the bush. So you walk with other people. They had these escorters, the people that escorts you. So we had to travel with those escorters from That place, I'm not so sure about the name. I forgot the name, but I'm sure it's My Maria, something like that. So we traveled from there now, going to Limpopo. We walked to Limpopo. After that, we crossed Limpopo. When we were on that other side, we had to wait a little bit for the sun to set. So when the sun was setting down, that was around towards 6 o'clock. So the guy said to us, you know what, guys? It's now towards 6. So what you have to do now is to wait for the shift. You know, there was some soldiers, you know, manning the borderline. So we had to wait now from around 5 to 6 o'clock. Exactly 6 o'clock. We crossed the border. Hey, gentlemen, we walked, I'm sure, almost 70 to 90 kilometers to go to a place which is called Muyu, somewhere there in Messina. Just after Messina, it's after Messina, so I'm sure 30 kilometers from Messina. So we walked to that place. The whole night we were walking up until, I don't know, we reached there. So when we reached there, there's these other guys who had already paid their monies. Hey, you know, those Malaysia guys were so cruel. So they said to the guys that we had paid already, you know what, guys, wait here, we're coming to fetch you. So we are taking these ones who are not paid first. So we're going to drive them, we'll put them there in front, and then we'll come up again and then fetch you. That was a huge lie for them. So we just left them in the bush. They were left there in the bush, and then we traveled now. Us with the Malaysians, I'm sure we are around 20-something. We traveled from that midnight. We actually reached Joburg around I'm sure 4 or 5. So we stayed under the packet, and the other guys were delivered to their places, and then they paid him. He got his money. He got his money from all those guys. But for me and Sylvester now, we were two now, because Tau decided to go back home. So he left when we were in Messina. We were beaten so much with the police, so he left going back after the beating with the police. So we insisted, then we came. So now this guy, just in the morning, he said, guys, I can't keep you in my car. He just dumped us at the park, and we did not even know where is Joburg or the shape of Joburg or where to go. We did not even know. I'm telling you, the first day we reached Joburg, we slept in the bush, me and my cousin. We slept in the bush. It was actually